Hey everyone, welcome back to my workbench. Just wanted to give people some updates in life and whatnot. And if you hear any music in the background, it's Beer Barrel Polka. I want to see just how sensitive YouTube's algorithms are for obtuse music. So, wife had surgery on Monday, and she came home Wednesday. She's doing all right. Bit of pain difficulty with pain management originally, but after that, um, she's doing okay. We're trying to figure out a really good pain regimen, so uh, that's going well. She's in the other room napping right now. But if I get like a quick buzz on the phone, I'll have to pause the video, see what's going on. But she found she had from years back this big long pregnancy pillow. It kind of looks like a boppy, which is if you're a parent, you know what a boppy is. It's a big U-shaped pillow you put around yourself, so when you're like feeding your kid, it supports them, so you don't have to support that much weight with your arms. So tonight I am just working on making some harnesses. I did get quite a few parts in, so as soon as the wife is feeling better, the um, I'll start shipping again. Got like I'm gonna have enough for two of to be shipped out soon. So now I just have to work through this unexpected backlog of orders. I'm gonna keep the inventory set to backlog for now, just so I don't get any more. Anyone who orders should not expect it like super quick, because I do have quite a bit of backlog right now for orders. Hey everyone, thank you for your orders. Uh, Came unexpectedly, but here we are. Yeah. Actually, I like listening to music or watching uh, web series when I'm doing this electronic work, but thought I'd give everyone a update of what's going on. But yeah, things are going well. Wife's doing better. Uh, go back to my real day job on Monday. Today's Saturday. It's one funny thing about being an adult is you end up doing things you never expected, like clearing out drains, which is weird. Flushing drains on a. She has 4 drain tubes coming out, and you have to measure. They have this weird like hand grenade looking thing that let's see, I'm working on down here. This weird hand grenade looking thing that actually collects the fluid that gets produced. So yeah, that's something I never thought I'd do, but there it is. But if you've had to change diapers or anything kind of gross like that, it's not that bad. It doesn't smell, which is good. Diaper smell. Whew. Boy. You know, it's like there were some points where it's like, you know what, Tiffany, it's my wife's name, and it's like, I'll buy you a piece of jewelry. You gotta do this diaper. It's just too much. So it's bad. So right now I'm just going through and just building up some harnesses. Um, it's actually still like the most time consuming part of all of it. Um, the what word am I looking for? I mean, like cutting the plastic is easy because the machine does that, and then um, all the 3D printed parts is just a matter of loading up the 3D printer. Let me get a little closer. Show what I'm doing here. Hang on to your hats, everyone. I have my digital camera on a stand. Ah, that's pretty good. I'm just doing this under magnification night because I don't feel like wearing the head thing right now. It's just easier on the old eyes. You probably can't hear the music because the lavalier mic, it cuts things out, but it's like the funniest polka music playing right now. So yeah, I have enough. I got enough joysticks and other parts to make the current orders, but I have to wait for a second load to come in, which I ordered already, uh, before I can open up orders again. It's just the orders I have now kind of are pretty close to wiping me out. Not all the way though. So I'd really like to build up a dual stick with overlay support, but I didn't want to like rob Peter to pay Paul here to. I didn't want to take from any orders of people who actually paid for it because that'd just be it's not nice. And my brother, who lives down in Texas, who also ironically makes joysticks, offered to assemble some of these, which was nice of him. But I'm not too overwhelmed right now. I'm just gonna go through and carefully uh, put this together. Yeah, I actually went through. You can see behind me. I have to reorganize all my parts again. So all the stuff on the right, the bigger bins are for parts used for current production, and then the left bins are here. Those are the for prototyping work. So I have both. So I do have some wacky ideas in my head for next controllers to make. Thinking of something very similar to the original size 5200 controller. I found a nice size case for it, but unfortunately, it is only comes in beige. So, if you don't mind beige, all right. And then I'm gonna need this guy. Need some. And this is gonna be for the 3-button keypad. Was that the one that you haven't gotten in yet? No, I got some in. Not a lot, though. That's the one I had to order more of. So yeah, it's a quiet Saturday night. Just working on some harnesses. A little more. I got a new batch of wire in from China. There's more conductors. So I like the colors. It's very bold colors compared to some. And I think my battery's running low on my camera, my microscope. Let's see. There we go. Hey, got power. Yeah, so I'm gonna build up quite a few harnesses first, and then I'm gonna go through and think in here. Oh, let me look at my schematic here. Make sure I get the right colors. Colors are violet, blue, green, yellow. Oh, these are the wrong colors. I thought they were wrong. But I went with a wider... Where'd you go? A wider IDC cable, just so I have all the colors I want. So we need blue, green, violet. Why am I not seeing my blue, green, violet? There you are. Oh no, that was from a different strip. Well, shoot. Blue, green, violet. Blue, green, violet. Do I only have 2 violets? Oh, I used a violet there. Talking to myself here. Heck with it. I'll just use up some of this one. Violet. And yellow. Right here. Why not? Go back to my OBS, so make sure you can actually see what I'm working on here. My favorite little new toy here, these strippers. Yeah. Oh, we got to, even though she was only about a week, 5 days out from surgery, we went out to the Rialto Theater in lovely Joliet, Illinois. It's actually a beautiful theater. And we saw Princess Bride. It was an awesome movie. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And saw Princess Bride, and then after the movie, they had Carrie Elwes on stage in an interview. It's cool seeing him. That's Wesley in the movie, the main character. Yeah, it was cool. He was regaled us with stories, and does a great Rob Reiner and Andre the Giant impression. Really just a fun night. Got to see him on. He looks pretty good for his age too. He's just a little bit older than me, but he's in great shape. Nice guy. But yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we got to see that. If you ever happen to be in the great state of Illinois and around Joliet, Rialto Theater is an amazing looking theater there. But yeah, that was interesting. I don't think I've ever seen Princess Bride in the big screen. It was out for a very short time in theaters, and it only got big, and then went to video, the VHS back then. People love that movie. My goodness, it was just like people in full costume. There's a guy behind us dressed as Wesley, as the Dread Pirate Roberts. He even had a giant rodent of unusual size on his back, so that was amusing. And people basically quoted the whole movie while they were watching it. So we brought my son too, and he loved it. It's the first time he'd ever seen the movie. Couldn't believe how good it was. I was like, yeah. And the nice thing is, it's from the 1980s, so it means they were all like, most movies back then were tight 90. They're just a nice, didn't muck around kind of thing. It just got to the point, plot moves along quickly, so you're not sitting there. It's not a 12-hour epic or anything like that. It's 90 minutes, done. Which to modern viewers might seem like a very short movie, but if you pace it, the thing is the pacing's so much better. You're not allowed to like diddle dawdle when you have a 90-minute movie, so the plots move along a lot quicker, which I like. And the good thing is, if you have to use the bathroom or something, I saw the movie before, so I know I didn't miss anything. I've probably seen it 30, 40 times so far. Yeah, really cool. And the only other thing I need is, okay, I do need the cables for the joystick. No, joystick's there already. I already did it. I just need to do the caps. Caps. Yeah, so I have a really nice supply of a lot of the parts now. Either I have on hand or they're coming in. So, like I said, I have just enough joysticks to finish the initial order. Then I'll probably reserve a couple of them for a prototype I want to make. And then after that, I'm going to just order. Oh, one thing I did do is I changed the. I always forget where this one goes. Because of that YouTube video, I changed the default controller to the overlay one. And then I created a new part number, which is the analog controller classic, which is just the regular like telephone style keypad. Whereas the overlay one, you can't retrofit it. It's a totally different type of keypad. The traditional one, the classic I call it, is the white wire there? Yeah, the classic version is uses a membrane style keypad, whereas the overlay version uses a snap dome, but it's a thinner keypad, even though it's snap domes. But like the holes cut in the plastic are totally different between the two of them. So they're not really, you can't really retrofit one onto the other. Because if you just put the overlay down, the overlay holder down, there's different mounting holes for that. And the spacing is actually different between the original 5200 and what looks like it would work, but it doesn't. The membranes, the telephone style one, the spacing for the rows is wrong. So it's close, but you're going to be off of it. Whereas the snap dome one I have for the overlay version is like dead on. Okay, so that gets us fire trigger, 3 buttons, everything else, capacitors. So that's good. Probably just do a couple more of these tonight. It's nice I put this nice little rack up here with all my wire. What do I need about a foot? There we go. Scissors, best tool for cutting ADC. All right, so we start at the beginning here. I do have 3 violets. Why did I run out? Let's use an extra one. Let's cut this a little straighter. So I can go through all the way to brown. This takes care of the keypad and the joystick section. The keypad, even though it's a 3x4 keypad, the 4th column is the start, pause, reset. Let's see if I can do this barehanded here. Oh, of course I bump into it. Oh, come on. Oh, no, I have to tin it. Let's look under the old microscope. Oh, not bad. Let's give it a nice little haircut. you don't need too much thickness to it because it's actually these perf boards aren't crazy thick. I ordered a bunch more of these too. Those are waiting, coming over another, I don't know, I ordered like 30 of them or something, so I'll be good for a while. You know, I keep a good amount of inventory, but not like an insane amount of inventory. Yeah, so my brother, he's down in Texas. He makes controllers for, I think, like the Xbox accessibility or something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head. But kind of neat. They're for people with hand mobility issues or whatever, trying to play modern video games, which could be a challenge because those little thumb controllers are not the easiest thing. Oh, this thing is skittering around like crazy, man. Okay. Yeah. Whereas I make controllers for bizarre and forgotten video games. Not the 5200, it's not bizarre. 5200 is a neat, really neat system. It really, I think it's cool because it's basically a Atari 8-bit computer, which is the one I play actually a lot more games on the Atari 8-bit than probably any other system back when I was a wee lad. And that looks like a solder bridge. Yes, that was. Let's take a look at you. Yeah, you are a solder bridge. Yes. Great games like Hacker, Rescue Fractalus, Edelin, Racing Destruction Set, Monster Destruction Set. It was really cool. A lot of fun games. Seven Cities of Gold, Silent Service. There's a lot of great games for the Atari 8-bit computer. Sorry. No, that's a good system. Really solid. Fair number of sprites. Before all your modern polygon graphics, they use sprites, which are moving areas in the screen that can move. And you could see, depending on the system, they can only have so many sprites. Before sprites, there was player missile graphics, and they became sprites. But you'll notice even like on the original Nintendo, and of course the Atari 2600, you would get situations where it was called flicker. I think even the Genesis had flicker originally, because that was still using sprites. The only exception back in the day was the Lynx, because they had unlimited sprites. Well, not unlimited, but it could generate the same number of sprites as the number of pixels on the screen. So you can move as much as you want. Though I do have to say, some games did bog down even the Lynx's processor, because you play Zarler Mercenary, and there's a level called the Swamp where all these things are wiggling around and everything, and it's just, you get a little bit of slowdown on the screen. Not a crazy amount, but it's there. And then, of course, starting with the PlayStation, everything switched to polygon graphics instead. And that's a big, big change. Then it's just a matter of how many polygons you can pump and how small you can make them. I like playing video games, but I'm also like fascinated by the technology that went into designing them too. Which is why I wouldn't say obsessed, but it was like a mission to get a working 5200 controller. A true analog 5200 controller. And I've got a couple of people asking, can you make it for an emulator or something like that? It's like, no, it's not going to work that way. The 5200 controller schema is very different than anything modern. No modern hardware is going to understand the way it works, because it was looking for an actual resistance or impedance, I should say, not a voltage like modern controllers look for. Modern controllers just look for it's just a voltage divider. Pumps the voltage in, knows it should be, when first boots up, it knows it should be sitting at center, and it takes it as a center point. So it really doesn't matter, even if your voltage regulator sucks, you can still reasonably center. Say it's like 4.8 volts instead of 5, or 3.1 volts instead of 3.3 volts. It just finds whatever the heck the center was at the time. So if you ever turn on a video game console and your analog controls, like if you hold down too much in one direction and you notice it's like really weird, that's because the self-calibration at the beginning thought it assumes centered. And if it's not centered, you get some strange effects. But yeah. Oh, come on, don't you like your home? One's gonna be too big. That's why I can see it. Come on, baby, you can do it. Chance. I don't think I'm gonna make people watch me do this all night long. Alright, it's getting late. I think that's it for me and soldering tonight. I'm getting goofy. So yeah, gonna build up a bunch of harnesses and cut up a bunch of plastic, mount everything up, and start orders. Probably be shipping Monday, Tuesday again to start getting those out the door. So everything gets completed in the order it was placed. So I think I have, oh man, like 12 of them now. It was a lot. I only have parts on hand for like 5, so crazy. Everyone, thank you for watching. Let my wife know about any well wishes, and yeah, she's doing okay. Well, okay, you can be after a double mastectomy. It is a interesting procedure there, and yeah, everyone's doing okay. Yeah, let's keep building up controllers. And if you ever have any wacky requests, I got one in and I emailed back, but I haven't gotten anything back about all these different 5200 controllers they wanted to try out. And as long as you're willing to wait for me to finish up what I'm working on now, I can start working on that. But until next time, everyone have a great night.